Hello everybody, and welcome to a very special unboxing today of the Gemini Jet 2400 scale Delta 717-200. So I picked this one up from West Coast Diecast. It was part of their collection sale, and I've been wanting a Delta 717 for a while. It's one of the major pieces in the Delta fleet that I don't have a model of yet, and so I decided to pick this one up here. And so yeah, this is not the price that I got it from, but I guess that's what they got it from Threshold Aviation, which is a really good deal. And I'm assuming that's also in Canadian dollars, because Threshold Aviation is also a Canadian company like West Coast Diecast. So yeah, that's a really good price, but maybe it's not Canadian dollars. That's very cheap for Delta 717. But I guess this model did come out in 2013, so I assume that's when the model was bought, and probably not by West Coast Diecast. It was probably part of someone else. But here we can see the aircraft inside the box, and this is a standard Gemini Jets box, except it is kind of like the Delta version where it had the Delta widget right there. But other than that, it's like a pretty standard Gemini Jets box. But we'll get the model out of the box here, and out of the cradle as well. And here we go. So this is my first ever 717 model. As 717 isn't a very common aircraft, to say the least. There weren't many ordered, and most of them today are with Delta and Hawaiian. But yeah, here's one of Delta's examples here. I'm guessing this is probably still flying, but I haven't checked this exact aircraft. But here's the model right here. I guess we'll start with the review. We have I have a pointer thing with me, but we have our cockpit windows up here. I can use this American Eagle CRJ 700 as a pointer. We have our cockpit windows. Here's our L1 boarding door. It is very interesting. It has the SkyTeam logo on the L1 door. That is very unique. I don't believe there are any other Delta aircraft that have that, but yeah, that's a very interesting thing on the Delta 717s, that they have the SkyTeam logo actually on the door. So that's pretty interesting. We have our nose gear down there, which does not roll. I don't believe that Gemini has more than one 717 mold, but maybe they do. I'm not really sure. Since it's my first 717 mold, I don't really have anything to compare it to. But I don't believe, well, the landing gears don't roll on this one, and I don't believe that they would roll on the Hawaiian one either, but maybe they do. I'm not really sure if they have made a new mold or not, but yeah, I don't really have anything to compare this one to. But I guess when the Hawaiian model comes out, I'm not going to be buying it, but I'll be able to see it at work and stuff. So maybe I'll be able to confirm if this is like a really old mold or if it's not. This is from 2013. But also, I don't really think that it would be worthwhile for Gemini to make a new mold for the 717, considering it's not very popular. But then again, they did just make a new mold for the 767-400, which is even less popular, less common. But we'll continue on here. We have our Delta titles up here with the Delta widget, and then the Delta titles in blue, of course. We have our first class section right here. Then we have, heading back into the economy back here, we have our overwing exits with just the exit and then the window and the exit again, which is very interesting. It's kind of interesting how they do it like that on the DC-9s and the MD-80s. Pretty interesting feature with those. Of course, with the MD-80s, or at least the higher number MD-80s, it's 2 windows between the emergency exits. But it's interesting how they do that differently than like on the A320 or 737-800. Here we have a beacon up here and the outline of a SATCOM dome or something like that. It's some kind of dome, but it's not molded on there. We don't have any antennae on this model either, so not very many details on it. But we do have our overwing exit paths and also this little red dot on the wing, which I'm not sure exactly what that's supposed to be, but I don't think it's a light. I would imagine that it is a light, but I'm not 100% sure what it is either. We also have details for the slats and the flaps, as you can see on the wing. We have the American flag, and then the registration number 935 Alpha Tango, formerly AirTran, that's where Delta got their 717s from, AirTran. We have our engines back here, which are looking very nice. Also the gray clamshell reversers. And then we have the vertical stabilizer and the horizontal stabilizers as well with the T-tail design. which is absolutely great to see. The Delta details always look really good. It goes really well with their logo, I'd say, and that just looks fantastic right there. So yeah, good to have a 717 model now for Delta. It's a major part of the Delta fleet that I did not have a model of yet. They do definitely fly quite a few of these to MSP. Really, the only piece that I'm missing now is to get an A320, and that's the last. I believe that's the last like aircraft type that I don't have. Like I still need to get like a 767-400 and an A330-200, and like those are variants that I don't have, and also an A321neo, 757-300. Those I don't have, but I have like the base model A321 standard engines, or the CO version, and then I have A330, 300, and 900 neo, 757-200. So, you know, I have like at least one version of the aircraft, I guess, but this is a big check mark on the Delta fleet. Definitely the A320 I'll be looking for, because we do definitely get a lot of those, but really it's just duplicates. I will be getting the 737-900 that Gemini just recently did, and an A321neo as well for Delta. But those two should be pretty easy to get. The A321neos, there's still quite a few of those floating around by both Panda and especially Gemini jets, so that shouldn't be too difficult to pick up, and maybe a few from NG, but I'll probably save the money and just get like a Panda or a Gemini one, depending on whichever one I choose to pick up. But yeah, definitely the 717, good choice here, or a good model to add to the collection and for the Delta fleet. Is, well, these definitely more than just MSP. They fly to Madison, they fly here to Providence, I believe. It's the airport that we're on right now, so stay tuned for Providence updates. And so yeah, this will be a workhorse. This will get some good use at my airports. But that'll do it for this unboxing video. Hopefully you enjoyed this one, and that'll do it. So I'll see you tomorrow. As always, good night. Auf Wiedersehen.